For decades, the Browns were a family the world thought it knew. A patriarch, multiple wives, dozens of children, all smiles and cameras. But behind closed doors, a storm was quietly brewing. Children questioning authority, secrets hiding in court files, and now, an $800,000 lawsuit threatens to bring everything into the light. What happens when silence breaks and the money, the secrets, and the family all collide?
Hey, everybody close. Yeah. Close. Before we have dinner, we want to actually say that we're all gathered here for a special occasion.
We want to say.
Guess what?
Tonight, we reveal the untold story. In today's video, we're diving deep into a story no one thought they'd hear. This is a story of rebellion, betrayal, and legal battles. Of children who finally found their voices and a lawsuit that could redefine the Brown family forever. Part 1: The Rebellion of Kody's Children. From heartbreak to courage, and ultimately, the silence that's finally broken. Kody Brown had a vision: a large, tightly knit polygamous family. But the reality? Tension, secrecy, and children caught between loyalty and truth. And now, some of these children are defying their father's rules. But what pushed them to finally speak up? Several of Kody's adult children have begun sharing their experiences, stories of emotional neglect, favoritism, and the pressure to conform. While the cameras captured family holidays, behind the scenes, a quiet rebellion was brewing. Imagine growing up in a house with 4 mothers and feeling invisible, unheard, or even controlled. For Kody's children, this was reality. The children began to question the system they were raised in. One by one, subtle acts of rebellion emerged, small but significant: a whispered no, a refusal to attend certain family events, or a post on social media that spoke louder than words. Could these seemingly small actions spark a larger upheaval in a family that has always prided itself on obedience and tradition? As the children grew older, their silence became harder to maintain. Private conversations turned into confessions. And for some, social media became a place to voice what they never could in front of the cameras. And then came the moment that shocked the internet: a cryptic post from one of Kody's oldest sons, hinting at years of hidden truths. Fans noticed immediately something was different. There was pain, frustration, and a longing for freedom. Could this be the start of a family-wide rebellion? In families with complex dynamics like the Browns, children often struggle with identity, loyalty, and self-expression. Speaking out is a pivotal moment. It's the beginning of reclaiming their own voice. But what happens when your rebellion goes public? The backlash can be swift and heartbreaking. Kody's response was predictable yet chilling. Behind closed doors, emotions ran high, allegiances were tested, and the family that once appeared united began to fracture in ways fans had only speculated about. Some children felt empowered, others feared retribution, and in the middle, the fans watching, reacting, and theorizing. Then came the twist no one saw coming: a letter, a leaked voicemail, a confession that exposed layers of family secrets and favoritism that shocked the Brown universe. One child revealed that for years, Kody played favorites, decisions that shaped relationships, inheritances, and futures. And the fans? They were furious. Reactions poured in. Some celebrated the children's bravery. Others criticized the airing of family grievances. But one thing was clear: the Brown family's image was no longer untouchable. This rebellion is more than a family feud. It's a cultural moment, a spotlight on the realities of polygamy, emotional neglect, and the courage it takes for children to break free from silence. And while the children speak, the world watches and asks, will the Brown family ever recover from this generational awakening? Kody Brown's children have finally taken their first steps toward freedom, not with anger, but with honesty. Their rebellion is a message to families everywhere: your voice matters, even when silence feels safe. The story isn't over. As these children grow into their truth, the world will be watching every choice, every revelation, every step of the rebellion. Part 2: The Brown family has always lived their lives in public, but now, a secret legal battle threatens to shatter everything fans thought they knew. An $800,000 lawsuit hidden from cameras could expose cracks that run deeper than anyone imagined. Could this courtroom drama be the beginning of the end for Kody Brown's empire? And who is really on the line in this financial and emotional storm? For years, fans have followed Kody Brown and his polygamous lifestyle. But behind the smiles and staged family gatherings, tension and financial disagreements were simmering. And it all may have boiled over in a court case worth $800,000. Why hasn't the public heard about this lawsuit until now? And what could it reveal about the relationships within the Brown family? Insiders say the lawsuit was filed quietly, in hopes of resolving financial disputes without airing family secrets. But secrecy can only last so long, and once the news broke, the family's foundation began to tremble. Could an $800,000 legal battle really expose favoritism, betrayal, and long-hidden resentment among the Browns? In families with complex financial arrangements like the Browns, money often becomes a proxy for power. When lawsuits enter the picture, tensions rise quickly, and relationships can fracture almost overnight. And now, some children are reportedly caught in the crossfire, forced to choose sides in a fight they never asked for. The lawsuit, reportedly tied to property and inheritance disputes, has left fans wondering who stands to gain and who could lose everything. Family insiders suggest the conflict has reached a boiling point. Courtroom whispers suggest one family member could owe nearly $800,000 money that could tear the family apart if not handled carefully. As news spread online, fans erupted. Some defended Kody, others sided with his children or co-wives, but everyone agreed this was a turning point for the Browns. Behind closed doors, emotions ran high, allegiances were tested, friendships strained, and some members were reportedly feeling trapped by the weight of family expectations. When multiple marriages and large families are involved, money disputes can create emotional crises. It's not just about the money, it's about loyalty, trust, and control. And in the middle of this legal storm, the fans, watching every move, dissecting every post, and waiting for the next explosive revelation. Then came the bombshell. Documents revealed surprising claims that some Brown family members may have attempted to influence outcomes, secretly negotiate settlements, or protect personal interests at the expense of others. Could this $800,000 lawsuit expose favoritism, betrayal, and financial manipulation that fans never expected? Fans flooded forums and comment sections, debating every twist and turn. Some were outraged, some were sympathetic, but everyone was watching closely, knowing the Browns' public image could never be the same. And while the Browns face legal pressure, the emotional fallout could be even more devastating. Fractured relationships, broken trust, and a family divided. This is more than a legal battle. It's a story about family loyalty, money, and the consequences of secrecy. And now, fans are asking, will the Browns survive, or is this lawsuit the beginning of the end? The $800,000 lawsuit has shaken the Browns to their core. But in the end, it's a story about accountability, courage, and the emotional toll of family secrets. The courtroom may close, but the drama and the questions are far from over. What do you think will happen next for the Brown family? Comment below and share your theories, because this story is just beginning, and fans like you are watching every move. This is the courtroom bombshell the world didn't see coming, and the Browns' future may never be the same. Let's deep dive in full details. Part 3. Growing up in a polygamous family is complex. The Browns' children experienced everything from public scrutiny to private pressures. While TLC cameras captured staged joy, quiet frustrations simmered behind the scenes. What made Kody's children finally break their silence after years of obedience? Some began to question favoritism, neglect, and control. Others struggled silently, afraid of upsetting the delicate family balance. But their rebellion was only part of the story. Unbeknownst to fans, an $800,000 legal battle had already begun. Disputes over property, finances, and inheritance added a dangerous layer to an already fragile family dynamic. Could money and the fight for it finally tip the balance and expose the family's hidden cracks? In complex polygamous households, financial disputes often mirror emotional tensions. The lawsuit could magnify every existing fracture, especially when children are involved. And some children are reportedly caught in the middle, forced to choose loyalty or truth. While fans saw smiles and holidays, inside, relationships were being tested. And with legal and emotional stakes both high, the Browns were on a collision course. The children's quiet rebellion coincided with legal filings that had been kept hidden for months. Suddenly, the family's personal lives and finances were converging in ways fans never imagined. One post, one leaked document, could it unravel decades of loyalty and secrecy? Online communities erupted. Fans debated who was in the right, and who might be hiding the truth. The Browns' public image, carefully curated for years, was under siege. And inside the family, tensions escalated. Alliances shifted. Some children embraced freedom, others feared retribution. Every conversation, every decision, every leaked post was a spark in a powder keg of emotions, secrets, and financial stakes. Could one misstep in court, or one candid confession, completely fracture the family forever? Then the bombshell: documents suggested attempts at influence, secret settlements, and favoritism that many fans had only suspected. Suddenly, the rebellion of Kody's children and the $800,000 lawsuit were intertwined in a perfect storm. Could a single lawsuit reveal decades of hidden family dynamics? Fans couldn't stop analyzing. Some praised the children for courage. Others criticized the airing of private disputes. But the consensus was clear: the Browns' family narrative would never be the same. And while legal papers pile up, emotional wounds run even deeper. Who will forgive? Who will move on? And who may be lost forever? The combination of rebellion and lawsuit is more than drama. It's a lesson in loyalty, power, and the cost of silence. And for the fans, every new development is a chance to witness history unfolding. The Browns' story is no longer just polygamy on camera. It's a tale of courage, secrecy, money, and rebellion. The children have spoken. The court has weighed in. And the world is watching every twist and turn. What will happen next? Will the family heal, or are the fractures too deep? Comment your theories, share your thoughts, and join the discussion, because this story is far from over. Subscribe for more Sister Wives updates, behind-the-scenes revelations, and exclusive analysis of every twist. The secrets are out. The rebellion